Well, hello everyone.
Ah.
Welcome to the Stream Void Podcast, episode 165.
God damn.
Yes, we're pretty far into the old podcast life cycle here.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are we what age would we be? Are we in our terrible twos? We're in our terrible threes, I think.
I don't know. Compared to other podcasts? I don't know. That's a lot of episodes. I think.
That is
Most
a lot of episodes.
Podcasts don't go that long.
No.
They'll just sort of peter out or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Not us. We're dedicated.
Yeah, I mean, I like doing it, and
Yeah.
I do it for the love of it.
And it shows.
Because we ain't getting nothing out of it. That's not true, but
It's definitely not true.
Yeah.
I am Mikey T, and of course, across from me is Curb Stomped.
Hello.
You can find us everywhere under our respected monikers.
yes, please.
Frank is also here, but he will not be participating in the podcast, just making things difficult for everyone around the
Yeah.
table.
For the audio style listeners, that's the cat.
Yes.
Frank the cat.
And you are listening to the Stream Boy Podcast. This is a show about life
Mhm.
and video games
Yes.
and everything in between.
Yeah.
And it's been a weeks since we recorded.
2 weeks, yeah.
Because you, Curb was sick.
Under the weather.
Under weather, and we were going to record somewhere around Wednesday, but then I wouldn't have enough time to do Game Club.
Yeah. And so we're just like, let's just get it on Sunday.
Yeah.
Pick it up again. So
Yeah.
we did. That's where we're at
And it's Sunday.
right now.
It is. It is the last day of March.
Praise Jesus.
Praise Jesus. It's Easter. Jesus was reborn today, or was it yesterday? Friday?
I don't know how the timeline works.
I don't know either.
In the imaginary story of Jesus. But he did come back after 3 days.
Yes.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
So killed on Friday.
Well,
Came
he was,
back on Sunday?
They put that rock in front of his cave.
Oh.
And then 3 days later, he's like, move, rock. And it rolled out of the way. Very epic look of a rock rolling.
Yes.
And he came out. It was weird. 2 Uzis. Very cool.
He didn't do anything spectacular after his rebirth, did he?
Dude, he came back to life, dog. What more do you want from him?
Yeah, but then he didn't do anything else. He just lived out his days.
It's like 30 AD. That was very impressive. Just coming back to life, okay? I mean, nowadays you just shock a guy and he comes back to life. No
Yeah.
big deal.
No waiting either. You just
Yeah.
It's either he gets back up or he doesn't.
And dude, think about it this way. He was like 30 years old, dude. That's like 100 nowadays.
yeah,
Pretty
he
impressive.
just
I gotta
pieced
say.
out too.
He just spread his arms and floated up in the sky.
Yeah. He's like, I'm out.
Oh, he flew.
He flew, floated,
Yep.
flew, floated.
Yes.
Yes,
Something like that.
yes. Are you doing anything for Easter? You going down to the old church to?
Oh, I missed it. It's too late. I missed Mass. Damn it.
That's true.
No, not really. I might get another Easter dinner.
Nice.
Maybe. Sometimes my roommate brings back an Easter dinner from his fiance's place.
Nice.
So maybe I'll get that. I don't know.
Oh.
Didn't say anything. So
I've decided
Uh-huh.
that there will be no more turkey
Why?
for Christmas anyway.
Why?
Speaking of other Jesus holidays,
Why no turkey for
No more
Christmas?
turkey.
Why?
it's goose now.
Oh, goose.
Turkey's been done. We've been doing turkey for 30 years.
But goose is like way fattier.
Yes.
Okay.
Way tastier. Way more special,
Where
you
are
know?
you getting a goose from?
I don't know.
Oh.
But
So
that's
this
the
a
thing is that
theory.
you could just go out and get a turkey anywhere and have
Well,
turkey. It's
You
like
can-
whatever.
You could eat a lizard for Christmas if
You
you
could.
wanted to.
But a Christmas goose? When the goose is cooked?
I heard what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
I've also heard that.
Wow. Have I had goose? I don't know.
I've never had goose. But you always hear about, people having a Christmas goose.
No, you don't.
40, 50, 60 years ago you did.
Did you?
Maybe.
I don't think so.
I thought like Christmas goose was the thing and you would have a Christmas goose.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
But now you have Christmas turkey because it's easier to catch a turkey.
I think it's more like they grow bigger.
Probably.
That's the deal, I think.
We're gonna try and have Christmas goose this year.
It's going to be real fatty.
Yeah.
Isn't that where they get foie gras from?
Oh yeah.
Goose?
Yeah.
You can have foie
fatten
gras
the
too?
goose. Well, the goose comes pre-equipped with foie gras.
No, they remove the foie gras. Believe me, it's not in the goose you're going to get. There's going to be no foie gras in there.
No Christmas pheasant?
No, that's like eating a Christmas rat. A pheasant is the rat. Oh no, I'm thinking of grouse. Yeah, a Christmas pheasant maybe. Okay, that's a possibility. But I like
Okay,
turkey.
so
but how are you eating turkey so often that you're like, no, I'm done with
Yeah,
it?
pretty much. It's just like, I don't know. Maybe it's because people don't tend to prepare it as well. Because you have a giant turkey and then, you cook it and
Uh-huh.
the inside is all like raw and the outside is
No,
just all
I've
dry.
seen, I've never cooked a turkey like that.
It's because you spatchcock.
No, I don't spatchcock a goddamn turkey, dude. I don't have a 7-foot wide oven. No, I cook it properly.
So apparently the goose is a holiday bird across Europe.
Ah.
But because it's a natural rhythm of the goose lifespan fell in the steppes within the autumnal and winter holidays. Autumnal.
Sounds like bullshit.
Yes. Indeed.
Yeah, but are you having turkey so often in the year that you're like, no, I'm done with turkey?
We have turkey on like every large occasion,
I guess
large
so.
family-based occasion.
I mean, I guess so.
And then, you have multiple families to go to, and suddenly the weekend is just like turkey.
So have
turkey.
you cooked a turkey?
I've never cooked a turkey, no.
Okay, well, maybe you need to cook a turkey. and
Maybe.
cook it properly.
Smoke it.
Yeah.
Smoke it
I don't
and then
know
deep
if you
fry
need a
it.
goose. Anyways, enjoy your goosing.
Yes, we hope to get a goose.
Just put
at
a
some
tray
point.
underneath it to catch all the juices because they'll be
Yes.
juicing all over the place.
Juicing all over the place. We have duck. It's almost the same.
No,
Lots
because
of fat.
when you get a goose, it'll be like farm raised.
No, probably when we get a goose, we'll have to go out and shoot it ourselves.
Oh, you're gonna hunt down.
I don't know anywhere in town that would sell a Christmas goose.
Well, what's that Summit Meats up the hill?
Oh,
They
yeah,
must
maybe.
sell goose up there.
Maybe.
If not, you can order one for sure.
Yeah, Frank.
I guarantee you could order a goose online.
Probably.
Come with a nice block of dry ice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, sidetrack. How was
Uh-huh.
your week?
Oh, how did
Or
we
2
get on
weeks.
The goose?
Because it was Easter, and
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, I just sidetracked it right on over.
Fair enough. How was my 2 weeks? Fine. I just worked. I wasn't feeling well last weekend, and then I felt okay work week wise, whatever. So I worked. And I worked at the warehouse. I do have 2 work related things. I mean, they're whatever, nothing major.
Tell me about them.
Okay. I worked, well, this week was a short week because Friday was the holiday.
Yes.
So I didn't work Friday. So I worked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's been very busy at the warehouse. So I was there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I was going to be in the office Thursday. I'm normally in the office Wednesday.
Mhm.
Anyways, after work Monday night, I get a text from this guy, the guy that fucked everything up.
Yep.
And he said, "Oh, I emailed you. I need to hear back about this. Whatever." So I'm like, it's like 6:30, 7 o'clock at night, Monday night. I'll look at it. I'll reply. I'm not even gonna reply to his text.
Nope. It's outside of work hours.
I'll reply to your text tomorrow morning, right?
Yes.
So I forgot first thing in the morning to do it. So he texted me like later in the day, like at 9, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
hey, I emailed you this. Like, can you take a look at it? And I'm like, okay. So I replied, yeah, no problem. I'll be in the office on Thursday. And he's like, he just replied back to me like, don't you have a computer at the warehouse? So I just replied to him. I said, yeah. I said, yeah, there is a computer at the warehouse, but I'm doing warehouse work. And I sent that, and then I didn't hear from him.
Yeah.
Because I just was like, I'm not at your beck and call, buddy. So anyways, I get to work on Thursday, and I'm like, I'm not even going to reply to it first thing. Fuck him. I'll wait till later, right?
Yeah.
But then I was looking through all my emails, and I get to the email he won't even reply to. And it was just like, buddy, you really need your hand held with everything we fucking do. So I had made an order up for hardware, like quick links and snap hooks and all this stuff we
Yeah.
get.
Yeah.
And the way we have it set up in our computer, our system, every vendor we have is in the system with all their things we buy
Mm-hmm.
are linked together, right? But when this comes from China, and for whatever reason, when we first started doing China stuff, they put it all under one vendor.
Mm-hmm.
But then we got so much shit, they were like, no, they should be from separate vendors. So they split it off, right? So they had left in this vendor all the hardware I was doing, but also had all these plastic, like slide buckles and stuff like that we
Yeah,
get. They
yeah.
were in there together, right? So when I looked at what we needed to order, there was a few plastic ones that we needed. And I didn't think that, oh, they're from a different vendor. I just put them all on the order and sent it in. So
Mm.
he sent it to China. They replied like, oh, you didn't buy these from us. But if you want to, we'll need a picture, details, blah, 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 and we can look into it or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
So rather than him going like, getting this email and being like, oh, it's a different vendor. No big deal. Don't worry about it. He sent it to me and was like, they need pictures and all this info to make these and blah, blah, blah. I replied, I'm like, no, we'll just get them from the other vent. Like, what? Why are you asking me? You can't fucking do anything on your own. So I sent that off to him. And then he had another email. He did the similar thing. Oh, I know what it was. I ordered these hats, straw hats. We get it from the vendor.
Yeah.
So I sent in what I liked. He sent it back. They did the whole thing up. And he's like, here, take a look at this. So I look at it and I'm like, yeah, it looks fine. No problem. And I said, like, I think we need to get them labeled, like with UPCs. So take care of that or whatever. And he replied back to me. He's like, oh, I was wondering about this one hat that cost $7. And I was like, why didn't you fucking say that in the first email, you asshole? So I didn't even reply to that one. It's just like, why wouldn't you say in the first email, hey, take a look, this $7 hat, I think it's expensive. Instead he says, just take a look at it. So I look at it, I think it looks fine.
Yeah.
I see the $7 hat, whatever, no problem. But anyways, it's just so infuriating. You gotta have your goddamn handheld everywhere. Then the other thing was, I'm in the office with my good friend, and I must have said something that made her laugh, or she thought was funny, or something like that. Because she's laughing, and she's like, "Oh, this reminds me. Oh, I saw the funniest thing on YouTube. Oh, it's so hilarious." And whenever anyone says that to me, I'm like, "Oh fuck, I don't want to watch your goddamn YouTube video." So she's like, do you know that guy that he was like Australian and he would like, he would like go and wrestle a crocodile or whatever? And I'm like, oh yeah, like Steve Irwin, like the crocodile. And she's like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, I'm familiar with him. She's like, oh my God, they're so funny. Oh, I know what it was. We were talking about, it wasn't so I said something funny. Someone had tagged our building and they had to paint over it.
Yeah.
And it was like, you know, she's like, oh, these bums, whatever. Bums.
Yeah.
So that's what reminded her of this, which will make sense later. She's like, oh, there's this thing. Oh my God, my husband showed me. It's so funny. It's on YouTube. There's this guy and he pretends he's like Steve Irwin, but he like wrestles bums. And he'll go into the street and like jump on a bum and like, he'll be like, oh, this one's a feisty one. And he'll wrestle him to the ground and like, he'll be like, I got to take a measurement of him and then I have to tag you before we release you back into the wild. And I was just like, oh, really? She's like, oh, it's so funny. It's so funny. And I'm like, is it like they're just acting or whatever? She's like, no, it's real. It's real. I'm like, real, like, what do you mean?
Just assaulting real people in the
street? Yeah, she's like, oh, he just jumps on these bums. I'm like a real bum? And she's like, yeah, it's so funny. So I was like, oh, I've never seen that or heard of that before. And she's like, I tried to show my daughter, but she wouldn't watch. She said it was inhumane or whatever. But it's so funny. They're just bums anyway. So I'm just like, wow, like they are actually people still, but you know. So she's like, I gotta find it. And I'm like, oh fuck. So then when she's looking, I'm like, I've never heard of that before. But like, it kind of reminds me of these guys that used to do bum fights where they would like pay bums to fight each other or like give them crack to fight each other. And I'm like, those guys went to prison though. That like they got arrested and like charged with like assault and stuff like that. She's like, oh, I haven't heard of that before. So anyway, she digs up the video and it literally is like a guy that looks like Steve Irwin wearing like the khaki outfit.
Yeah.
And it's like pitch black. I'd be like, I see one in the wild over there. Let me go. And he'll jump on this bum and the bum's like, what's happening? He'd be like, it's okay. Oh, he's a feisty one. And he'll like wrestle him to the ground. And then like, I just have to take a few measurements. And be like, oh, this one is really, you know, and he'll measure him. And I'm just like, oh my God. And she's like laughing hysterically and she's looking at me for my reaction. I can tell she's like kind of regretting showing me because I'm not laughing.
Yeah.
And I just kept being like, whoa, that's crazy. Whoa, like, holy, it's real. It's crazy. Holy, he really is doing what you said. You know?
Holy, he's really doing what you said.
Yeah. And then I look at the stream title and it says Bum Fights Bum Hunter. And I was like, oh, those are the guys. Those are the Bum Fights guys. They went to prison for this. She's like, oh my God, it was so funny. I was laughing so hard. And I was like, whoa, that was really crazy, you know? And I'm just like, I didn't want to watch this video.
Oh man.
So awkward. But I could tell when she was looking at me like, she's like, I made a mistake showing him this. He thinks it's like, you know, not a good thing either. And Oh, yeah. Anyways. Whenever she says something so funny, I'm like, oh God, what am I going to be in for
Oh
now?
no, it's going to be
Because,
awful.
yeah. Anyways, it was pretty bad.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like it.
I never saw the bum fights back in the day.
No, neither did I.
It was not something I really was interested in.
No.
I heard about it. You know? That was in the era though where it was like bum fights, Girls Gone Wild, and like the Jerry Springer
Yep.
fights, you know, the VHS or DVDs.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was so
Oh,
big
yeah.
back then.
Huge.
Yeah, so
People trying to get out there and capture some of that on the old YouTubes.
yeah. Exactly.
When Kimbo Slice came out
Oh,
and made his
yeah.
appearance.
Did I tell you about a guy at work that we had hired that said that I looked like Kimbo Slice? He's like, you look like Kimbo Slice. And I was like, what? Why? Because I have a beard? Like,
Yeah, right?
what is such a weird thing to say?
That's just beardist.
Yeah, exactly. Rest in peace, Kimbo Slice.
Yes.
That was pretty much my work week.
Beautiful. Your
Yes.
work 2 weeks.
No. Wait, was it 2 weeks? Did anything happen last week?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, it was 2 weeks. Wait, was it 2 weeks? Yeah,
It's
it was
been
2
2
weeks.
It's been
I'm
2
so
weeks since we
confused.
recorded.
Yeah, I don't think anything else really happened. Yeah, that was pretty much it. What about yourself?
Yeah, it was it it was slow for a bit. Last week, not last week, but the week before, pretty slow.
Mm-hmm.
Still getting work.
Uh-huh.
You know, there's lots of people,
Mhm.
lots of work coming in.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden it just went bananas because my project started back up.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't know it was starting back up.
Ah, they didn't let you know?
Well, we got a meeting. They were like, hey, come to this meeting before this onboarding meeting. Like,
Mhm.
okay. So we go to this one meeting. It's like, oh yeah, all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. Like, holy crap. Okay. You've assigned us a ton of work. Here's all the work. And we're supposed to get this done when? And then we're not even onboarded yet.
Oh, my God.
And then we do the onboarding meeting, ask a bunch of questions. They're like, oh yeah, just get out there, contact the people,
Mm-hmm.
and start getting the work. It's like, oh, great.
Okay.
So all of the work is on the coast.
Oh, fun.
So I am going to the coast next week
Oh, shit.
for 3 days.
Now, are you in the field or are you in the office on the field?
I will be in the field.
Oh, really?
I have to train people down there to do the work.
Oh, really? That's too bad.
Yeah, and the funny thing is that I don't know what everything is because I didn't do any of that work
Oh, yeah.
before I became the manager of the project.
Oh, boy.
So it's like all pre-fielding for the building. So I got to go in and be like, well, this is how you get the fiber inside the building. This is the route we're going to do. We're going to do all this stuff. Get approvals from the building managers, the strata,
yeah.
whatever. And then
So
we
you
can
kind of
start
got to
doing the
wing
work.
it?
I kind of got to wing it.
Oh my God.
I think I'm well equipped to wing it in this situation, since I did do a lot of the designs before
Yeah.
before things happened.
Crazy.
So yeah, it's gonna be me on the coast for next week.
Nice.
Not looking forward to it.
No.
Because I don't like traveling anymore.
No.
There's a reason I was like, I'm not traveling anymore. Put me in the office.
Yeah.
It's just
But
at
this is
least
going to be like a one-time thing.
yeah, probably. I might have to go down, once every month or so.
Yeah.
Who knows?
That's not
Who
that
knows?
bad.
It's not too bad, but the hotel's pretty nice that I'm going to stay at, and it's close to the shop, so
We
it's
need
all
to
good.
get you a flight.
Yeah, it's the whole the driving is fine.
Yeah.
It's the being in the hotel for days on end.
Oh, yeah.
That's not cool.
Yeah.
I'm not into that. It's just it's just mentally draining just being there.
Fair enough.
But at least I get to hang out with some of the people down there,
Mm-hmm.
like the Kuvo Splicer boys.
Oh, baby.
What a bunch of mad lads those guys
I
are.
hear they like to party.
Kind of. They're both kind of married. One's actually married. The other one's kind of married with kids and all that stuff.
I was kidding. I never heard of them before.
No, yeah, no, I don't think so. But there's a Canada Computers like right near the
Oh,
hotel.
yeah,
So
yeah. Nice.
I have to go there and be like, oh, look at all this stuff I can't
Look,
afford.
an Elgato teleprompter.
Right? I definitely want one of those, but I can't afford that crap. It's too much. It's too much.
Is it?
It's like 300 American, I think 350
Oh,
American.
really? It's that much?
Yeah, it's a lot.
Wow. Okay.
It's a lot.
I didn't think it was that much.
But I definitely want one.
Just wait a couple months and they'll be like, you'll go onto Amazon and it'll get the Uli Lulu knockoff brand one.
Well, I want to get an actual teleprompter because I think I'm gonna need one for the up and coming stuff that's happening
Oh.
with the store.
Erotic.
Yes,
Okay.
we got denied our bank loan
Oh no.
from the classic bank. They were like, "Oh, we don't do this kind of stuff." I'm like, "Yeah, well, we figured."
Oh.
It was just we'll see if they do it. Who knows? They might. It took them 2 weeks to say no.
That's weird.
They could have said no sooner than that.
If they don't do that kind of stuff, why did they even do it?
I don't know.
Okay, cool.
I don't know.
Right on.
But they did. So we went in and we got a contact from them for a guy from the Business Development Bank of Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And we have got everything in to them now.
Okay.
And it's been a week
1
or
week.
so. 1 week.
Yep.
So hopefully tomorrow we'll hear something.
Ooh.
Because I don't know if they're federally regulated. Are they federally regulated? Who knows?
I don't know, but I wouldn't expect to hear tomorrow, I don't think.
Yeah.
Day after a long weekend.
Right?
Be catching up on emails.
Yeah. But my work is federally regulated, so I got another stat tomorrow.
You fucking guy.
It's
Sack of
Easter's
shit.
great because it's a 4-day weekend,
Piece of dog shit over here sitting across from me.
right?
Yeah.
4-day weekend.
Yep.
The nerve of this guy.
Exactly. Just rub it in my face.
Exactly. We've been trying to get a hold of somebody from the North Hills Mall because there's a unit in there
Oh yeah.
that we potentially want, depending
Mhm.
on the price. I think it's like 3,000 square feet,
Nice.
and if it's like $20 a square foot, we're in there.
Nice.
If it's higher than that, then it's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
But the Easy Home just moved out, so it's actually got an
sheesh.
outside facing door,
Yeah.
and the windows all have bars on them
Yeah.
that you can open and close,
Nice.
which is beautiful. We wouldn't
Mhm.
have to worry about security that much, but we still will.
Ah, those crackheads are skinny. They can just wiggle right through.
It's true.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to get that space because it's like very central,
Yep.
and
And you can stay
There's-
open later than 6 p.m.
yeah, and there's lots of room for activities in there. Lots
Oh,
of room.
Yep, exactly. Step class, aerobics,
Yes,
all that.
technically DDR
Oh,
your step class aerobics.
Yeah.
because I got 5 DDR pads now,
Oh my god.
metal arcade ones.
Oh my god.
But the ones I bought from the place,
Mhm.
they don't work. They're
Oh.
wired incorrectly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is probably why they're only $25.
Oh, we were selling them for way more than that,
Oh yeah.
and they. I don't know.
Either they're wired incorrectly because only one button works,
Mm-hmm.
and the other buttons are just like constantly pressed. So I think I have to take them apart and rewire them to see what happens.
Yeah, I mean they work pretty cheap, so.
But it's a fairly good construction.
Oh yeah.
Even though, yeah, didn't work. I can get one button to go, and that's it.
Hmm.
It's weird. All the directions work, I think, and one of the buttons work. That's it.
Weird.
Yes. Yeah, I guess that's about it. We're still waiting for the bank.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully something comes through soon
Yeah, no kidding.
because we're getting antsy.
Yeah, no kidding.
Getting antsy.
No kidding.
I played a couple of different video games over the week.
Tell me.
We played. So people have been trying to get me to play Lethal Company for a while now. They're like, "Hey, we're playing Lethal Company. Come to play."
Yeah.
So I'm like, I finally was like, "Okay, I'll come in and play." They're like, "Okay, you need this mod pack. There's 100 mods."
Oh my god, what the fuck?
And then everybody knows what they're doing, and they just go off and do their thing.
I hate that.
I hate it too. I was like,
Yeah.
"Nope,
Goodbye.
goodbye. I'm
Yeah.
out of here." I played for like an hour. I was like, "Okay, this seems like it could be fun if we weren't playing a 100 mod pack."
Yeah.
Game.
Why would they jump
And
into
then-
100 mods for your first game?
I don't know.
Dude.
I don't know. And so I was like, well, okay, I'm just gonna go.
Yeah.
This is not fun at all.
Yeah.
It seems like it could be fun with people who had no idea what they were doing.
Yeah, that's the whole point, isn't
Yeah.
it?
I think so. But yeah, everyone knew what they were doing. I had to like run around and was like, okay, we're doing this. I'm like, great. And there's no maps or anything like that. So you got to like jump out, try and find your way to the place, get the things, try not to die, come back. It's
Yeah.
like- and then everyone just takes off without you.
Yeah. No, thank you.
No, that was awful.
Yeah.
I played some Mindustry.
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 What is Mindustry?
It's like an ultra low graphical factory game.
Oh, is this the one where it just has the little things going back and forth between two squares that you've connected?
No, it's got conveyor belts and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But like the buildings are like super 8-bit maybe
Okay.
even just 1 bit.
1 bit.
And it's essentially a tower defense game. You have to feed your towers ammo and stuff like that. But it's the controls are kind of weird.
Oh yeah.
And the time between waves is not a lot.
No.
So you don't get a lot of time. You basically spend the entire time building up defenses against the waves and not being able to advance your research that far because you're so busy keeping your turrets alive.
Oh yeah.
So I haven't really figured out how to, because you can't actually block the guys in to make them follow like a standard tower defense route where you make a little maze.
Mhm.
You can't do that because they shoot everything. Anything they come across, they just shoot it.
Huh.
So it was very difficult.
I've
at times.
not heard of that one.
It's a very small game,
Okay.
but you have a whole planet that you can like go to different regions to get different resources.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to like launch to different maps to get different things. You start with like copper, and copper feeds just about everything, even your guns. You shoot copper bullets, which kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Copper jacketed bullets.
Yeah.
And then there's you can get like Tesla turrets and stuff like that. And I found out that you can compress graphite and shoot graphite bullets.
Diamond bullet.
Diamond bullet. I was like,
That's carbon, not graphite.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that's how you get more damage out of these stupid things. Because I had all these little basic turrets. I have like just lines and rows, like 20 turrets just there to protect my little factory.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Okay.
It was pretty fun.
How'd you find that one?
It's a factory game, so it was recommended to me by Steam. It's like, hey, you like games like this?
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, I do. And so it was like $2 or whatever
Oh god.
a while ago. And I finally installed it and played it, and I was like, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's a little bit. I think it's because I've been waiting to play Factorio, but I'm waiting for 1.0 to come out.
Oh yeah.
Not Factorio, Satisfactory.
Satisfactory.
And I think I'm just gonna play it, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna wait.
Did you see what I tagged you in? What they're adding to 1.0?
Yes.
Conveyor belts for biomass burners.
Yes.
It's like a game
Finally.
changer,
Yeah.
dude. Oh my
You still
God.
got to go out and harvest the biomass
But still,
yourselves, though.
then you don't have to like run back and fill them up and shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What a pain in the butt that was.
I know.
And they have this nice little burning receptacle where you just looks like a
Yeah.
conveyor belt will go right up to it
Yeah.
when you're there. But
Yeah.
no, they don't.
Now they do. Well, in 1.0.
Now they do. Yeah.
So,
Well, yeah. When 1.0 comes out,
Yeah.
I think I'll just hop in and play.
yeah, may as well.
No, not even wait. I've been itching because I can't. Well, what I've wanted to play is Death Stranding, but I'm at.
Oh yeah.
I think that point in the chapter I gotta wait
yeah, me too.
because it's a pretty big turning point in the story.
Yeah.
It feels like anyway.
We'll talk about it
And
later.
yeah, we will talk about it. I also fired up Lightyear Frontier,
Oh yeah.
the mech farming game,
Uh-huh.
and I played that for a couple hours.
How was that?
It's I don't know yet.
Yeah.
I didn't really get into it enough to
Okay.
really, get into it.
Mhm.
There's not, you have to harvest a lot of things on your own to make the basic starting things.
Yeah.
So all your research is based upon juiced berries and juiced fruits and stuff, as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
So like you'll pick up a berry, you'll juice that berry, and then you can use that berry's extract for research purposes.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where the farming comes in. You've got to like go out and find all the berries, start growing
Yeah.
berries, whatever it is. I'm not entirely sure. The only thing is I've really found are berries.
Yeah.
And then you got to make a planter, plant all that stuff, grow it, and then you can squeeze it down into its essence.
Mm-hmm.
But like some of the structures require so much wood and stone, and you don't get that many when you go and harvest a tree. But maybe I just got to upgrade my mech because I just unlocked the mech upgrade station.
Yeah.
So maybe I got to upgrade
There's
my
got to
mech.
be an upgrade. All those games work that way.
Oh
so.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it's weird because when you're in the mech, your controls are very floaty and mech-like.
Mm-hmm.
So like when you have velocity, so you can't just come to a stop or you can't just bank a corner. Like you'll continue to go forward and then slowly make the corner.
Yeah.
So I run into a bunch of situations where I'm just like, I'm looking one way, but I'm still shifting to the left.
Yeah.
Or I'm trying to look right, but I'm still shifting to the
Oh,
left because my
no.
momentum is too strong.
Yeah.
And you knock your mech over. Like you topple your mech
Really?
while you're inside of it all
Oh.
the time.
That sucks. That doesn't
So if
seem
you
like it
if
would
you're
be
like
fun.
yeah, if you're going down a hill and it's really steep, and you hit a little angle, you'll just topple your mech and go.
Death
It'll go
Stranding
spinning
all over again.
and then you have to get out of your mech, flip it,
yeah,
and get back into
all
it.
Death Stranding all over again.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
But so far it's I mean the graphics are nice, they're kind of kiddish and cartoony,
Yeah.
and there's not much that I've seen in the way of storyline other than you
Oh, yeah.
come to a planet to do some farming, but no one else has been coming to the planet to do farming in forever.
And you have to find out why.
And you have to find out why, and I don't know why. I only played for a couple hours, so I didn't get too far. But I'll get back into it, I think, and see what else there is, because
Nice.
it looks interesting. It looks interesting.
Mhm.
Did a DJ stream.
Okay.
I think I might have given myself whiplash.
Just too much headbanging.
Just too much headbanging.
Yeah. I think I was streaming while you were doing that?
Yes, you were.
Yeah. Well, I think after I ended, I watched you for a bit, and then I went to bed. I think maybe I'm not sure.
Yeah, that 2 hours wore me right out.
Mm-hmm.
Wore me right out. I had it up really loud too.
Mm-hmm.
The vibrations were shaking.
Nice.
Everything was going crazy.
Nice.
Yeah, it was fun. I like doing a good DJ stream.
Yep.
Except, yeah, wears me out. And I got to be in the right mood.
Yeah. The more you do it, the more DJ fit you'll be.
Yep, that's true.
Yep.
I also, should we talk about what we watched? Do you have?
Well, what
anything to
about
watch?
Sandland?
Yeah.
That's a watch.
That's a watch.
Oh, I thought it was the game you were playing.
No, Sandland, the anime.
Oh, I didn't. Wait, is the game based off the anime, or
I would
is it
imagine
the
so.
other way around?
Well, because the anime is based off the manga.
A manga? What? I just thought this was a video game that had character designs from Akira Toriyama. There's so much I don't know.
Oh yeah, there is a game. Look at that.
No, what did
PS5,
you
PC,
think I was
PS4.
talking about?
Yeah, Japanese manga series.
Oh, okay.
Sandland, all stylized in all caps.
Yeah.
What?
I didn't know it was a manga first. I thought it was a game that they just made. And yeah, okay. Yeah, well, tell me about it. Well, before you tell, I'll just quickly tell you about what I was doing.
Yeah. Tell me about what you're playing.
Okay. I played The Devil in Me last night, which is the last of the first season of the Dark Pictures series.
Yep.
All the scanned actors in it and all that fazzazzles. And so far I like it more than the last one, which was House of Sand.
Mm-hmm.
Because House of Sand was more like an action movie with like aliens in it.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really that scary. But this one is more of a scary, like, killer. It's like Saw-esque kind of. Like the killers are doing traps and shit like that.
Yeah.
It looks good. Graphics are nice. They added more to this game where they have inventory now.
Oh.
So like there's like six characters, and they all have their different like sort of ability. So you'll be controlling like the idea behind this game is there was a famous serial killer. Like I thought this game was based off of this serial killer called H.H. Holmes. Like they took the idea. He was a guy in like the 1800s who built a murder hotel in San Francisco where he like put secret passageways and like pipes and stuff into the room. So people would like get a hotel room. He would like turn on the gas. They would die and he'd like throw their bodies out and steal their stuff. And like he could like peek through the holes in the walls and like
that's crazy.
shift. It was so crazy, right? So I thought this game was like, they sort of like were inspired by it. No, It's about H.H. Holmes and how a guy who is a fan of H.H. Holmes recreated his murder hotel.
Oh.
And then this TV show that does like documentaries about like murders and stuff, they're invited there to like film. So like the host, the cameraman, the sound person, the lighting person, and like the producer all go to the hotel
Yeah.
and they're like going to film whatever. But each person has their own like little skill set. So like the cameraman has a camera
Mm-hmm.
and he can like look through the camera lens and take pictures or whatever. And the sound, she has like a shotgun mic and she can like walk through the hotel and like listen to things. So it'll be like, find the sound, and you'll hear like people being murdered and she'll be like trying to walk through, right?
Yeah.
But as I'm playing it, so like I already know how it's gonna like like near the end of the game, I know it's going to scare the shit out of me because the guy with the camera, he has like his camera he can look through and it has a little bit of light on it, but he
Mhm.
also carries like a flash. And it'd be like in the horror
yeah.
movie, it'll be like
Classic jump scare.
So I already know at the end of the game it's gonna be pitch black, and I'm just gonna be and it'll like flash and scare the shit out of me because it'll show something that I. Anyway, so far so good. I like it a lot. The main girl in it, as I'm playing, I'm like, I recognize this girl. I don't think she was in the other games, but like she's very familiar to me. And then I like paused on her and I'm looking at her. I'm like, oh my god, I think she was in the movie Men. So I had to like pull up my phone and Google it because I was like, I think I'm right. So yeah, she was in the movie Men, which is a fucked up movie. I don't know if you've seen Men.
No.
You should probably see it.
Yeah.
I don't know, like I bet you the wife would enjoy that one too. It's so weird and disturbing.
2022, huh?
Yeah. It's written by Alex Garland, I think, and he did Ex Machina. I don't know if you've seen that
nope.
one. Anyways, don't look too deeply into it because you don't want to be spoiled.
Well, he did Annihilation too.
Yeah. Anyways, you should check
That's
it
a
out.
good show.
It was very disturbing. But yeah, she was the star of that, and she's in the game, so I'm liking it a lot.
Nice.
It's supposed to be like way longer than the other ones. The other ones I played and beat in one evening.
Yeah.
This one I played for like 3 hours, and I only got to the first like cut scene where you go back and talk to the curator, who's like the guy who's telling the story of the game you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
He's like the Observer in the Marvel universe, basically. Do you know the Observer?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's all the what ifs.
Yeah. So he's kind of like that, where he just sort of like, I can't do anything. I can tell you what happened, but you have to make the decisions, right?
Yeah.
And you always go back to him and whatever. So I made it to him one time, and I'd played for like 3 hours. So I was like, holy fuck, this is going to be a long game.
Nice.
So I'm liking it a lot. It was on sale. I was waiting for it to be under $20, but it was $22. I bought it anyways.
Close enough.
I know. Other than that, I've been playing a bit of ESO, just running around, doing some questing and stuff.
Yeah, I was watching a bit of your latest Inkwell
Oh, yeah.
theft video.
Yeah. I just have been recording and putting it on YouTube for something to do, right? So
Yeah.
I tried to be very clickbaity with the title and the thumbnail this time.
Yep, very clickbaity, very thumbnail this time, for sure.
The title was like, I stole an Inkwell and I can't believe this happened afterwards or something like that. It's so stupid. So anyways, it's been fun anyways. So other than that, I don't think I really played anything else.
No?
Besides Death Stranding
Yes.
for the Game Club, which we'll talk about later. I think that's it, really. I can't think of anything else, so there you go.
Well, there you go.
You can tell me about your Sandland.
I won't speak too much on it
Okay.
because there are people out there who probably haven't seen it
Uh-huh.
because it is fresh and new to Disney Plus. I will say one thing about Disney Plus.
Mhm.
It automatically puts Sandland in English.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, I don't want to watch it in English, so I stick it to Japanese.
Yeah.
So I watch a couple episodes in Japanese, then I'm like, it's time to. So when I walk on my treadmill or run on my treadmill, I always watch a Marvel series.
Mhm.
So I go over to Daredevil because I'm watching.
Oh, this is like in Japanese?
I'm watching Daredevil
Yeah.
while season 2 while I'm on the treadmill.
Yeah.
And so I'm walking along, and it's this whole new scene. So I'm just starting season 2,
Mhm.
and there's a bunch of dudes in a thing, and they're all talking. And I'm like, are they talking Japanese?
Yeah.
These guys look Irish. What's going on
Oh,
here?
yeah.
And then they keep going. It's like in Japanese. I'm like, what is happening? And this just totally just redhead Irish guy looks like,
Yeah.
your standard
Typical potato
typical
lover.
Yeah. Comes in he's speaking Japanese. I'm like, this is not right here. I'm like, did it just save my language preferences to Japanese?
Yeah.
And now we're just looking at who listen to this in Japanese. I'm like, oh yeah, we are.
Yeah,
Switch
yeah.
back to English. Everyone's Irish accents.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, you
Patty O'Hurley.
Yeah, Sandland. It was a manga, only ran for one series
Yep.
from 2000, May 9th, 2000, August 8th, 2000.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
I thought it would have been newer if it was only like one series or whatever.
Yeah, and there's on there's only 8 episodes.
Oh, yeah.
6 of them are season 1, and then 2 are season 2.
Oh, weird.
But it's all the animation. It's like the perfect blend of CG and classical anim. I don't know if it's any of it's classical animation, but it looks really good.
Oh yeah.
Like the shadows, the outlines, everything looks amazing. So it's
this is an Akira Toriyama joint.
Yep.
I think now that he's dead, they're gonna like just license every little thing he's ever made into like we'll make 10 more seasons of Sandland and
Yeah, could be.
start writing more episodes of the Sandland manga and stuff like that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very like the character designs are very
Oh yeah, big time Toriyama.
very Toriyama. And
Yeah.
like so the whole basic premise is that the land is just sand.
Mhm.
There's no water anywhere. There's a king who
Sandland, eh?
controls all of the water and sells you his water for like many, many monies.
Mm.
But there's also demons in the land, and they got a bad rap. They're just trying to survive as well.
But they're demons.
they're demons. And
Demons are bad.
so the sheriff of one town is off to find like the spring. There's like a legendary spring that they need to find.
Okay.
And so yeah, he teams up
Sounds like
with
anime.
some demons,
Yeah.
and they go off to find the spring.
Oh yeah. Sounds like an anime.
Yeah, the main storyline super short because there's only 6 episodes in like the first season.
Yeah.
That's all. That's it. I was expecting a lot more because
Yeah.
you know how Dragon Ball
Yeah.
is just like this wide stretching series.
Yeah.
This is only 6 episodes
Hmm.
to do the main storyline,
And then 2 in season 2.
and then 2 in
they're
season
like,
2, and I
"Ah,
don't
we're
know what
done."
they are. I haven't watched them yet.
It's crazy.
But yeah, it's just a little fun little ride
Yeah.
with really good animation and character designs, and everything's just great.
Yeah, when you put on the outline here, Sandland, I thought that meant you played the game.
Oh,
It just
no,
came
no.
out. So I was like, oh, Sandland, Akira Toriyama. I'm familiar with this, but I'm not. The game did not look like I would be enjoying it too much.
What is the game?
I don't know. You're the little devil boy, and you're running around fighting guys,
Oh,
just
yeah.
punching and
Beelzebub.
yeah. They just showed it off not too long ago.
Oh,
Yeah, so
there you go.
it was on like the PlayStation State of Play or whatever, like a couple months ago.
It's a demo available.
I was just like, wow, it does look like Akira Toriyama, big
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, really pleased with how everything looks in
Nice.
that show. It's definitely worth a watch just to see the visuals and see how everything looks, because it looks like, I don't know, it just looks like 8K.
oh yeah. The only thing I tried to watch this week was the Quiet on Set documentary about Dan Schneider and like all the Nickelodeon shows.
Yep.
Because that's been going on everywhere. They've been talking about it. I watched the little interview he did on that guy's YouTube channel. There was a guy who was on one of his shows as a kid, and he interviewed him about the whole thing going on, the Quiet on Set.
Mhm.
And as I'm watching it, like the way they were talking was the way I've been seeing it on TikTok. Like I don't know the whole story. That's why I wanted to see the Quiet on Set thing. But the way everything was implying on TikTok was that Dan Schneider was like a molester and he was molesting all these people.
Oh yeah.
But the way the interview they did made it look like he wasn't doing it. They had hired a guy that did molest people.
They hire a guy to molest people.
Well, no, not to molest them, but like
Yeah.
you know, there was a guy that worked on the shows who was molesting people,
Yeah.
and he didn't know about it. And he was more about replying about how he was an asshole and would yell at people and be an ass and disrespect people and blah blah blah. And he regrets doing all that stuff.
Mhm.
But they never really denied. He didn't say anything like I deny that I molested people or
Yeah.
whatever. But the way everything on TikTok was implying that he was molesting people, so I'm like, I gotta watch this documentary to see if they say that he's molesting people in it
Mhm.
or what's the deal, because I don't know what's going on here. So I didn't want to subscribe, so I was trying to find it on my favorite streaming service of freeness,
Yes.
but it wasn't on there. But I found it on Daily Motion and I watched the first episode, but Daily Motion plays commercials like literally every 5 minutes and like a minute and a half of commercials.
Oh yeah, it's gross.
Oh my God. It was so crazy. So I just was like, I cannot continue to watch this. So I might watch it this week. I've been offered to screen share it with some people. So we'll see.
Yes.
Anyways. And then I'll have some words about it. But yeah, besides American Dad, that's all I watched really.
I tried to throw on some. We've been watching Invincible as well,
Mhm.
because that's they started releasing new episodes of that, and they haven't released a new one.
Mhm.
But I go onto Prime and I'm like, okay, it's like, oh, continue watching Invincible.
Yeah.
So I go, yes, okay, and then it's like, here's your minute-long ad. I'm like,
Yeah.
why am I? Don't I subscribe to Prime? Like, why am I getting ads? This is BS.
They added ads in. If you want to get rid of ads, you have to pay
Pay
more.
even more. That's so dumb.
I know.
I'm not into that.
But are they spread out through the episode or is it just
No,
at the
it's just
start?
right at the start. You get
Yeah, it's-
a minute to 30 seconds to a minute.
They did that before anyways, but it was always ads for like other Prime shows.
Yeah, and now it's just standard commercials.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
stupid.
"Ah."
I know, it's stupid.
I'm like,
If I didn't have Prime on Amazon, I'd fucking cancel it.
yeah,
But I like all the other Prime shit.
yeah.
I
You
got,
get a
so-
lot of bonuses. You get that, technically free shipping
Yeah.
and all the games and stuff like that.
Yeah,
It's-
so all that
it's-
stuff is fine, but if
Yeah,
I
for
didn't
sure.
have that, I would have canceled Prime
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure
Oh,
because
yeah.
that's pretty much the worst streaming platform.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, hey, watch this on Prime. Oh, it's not on the Prime channel. You gotta subscribe to the other channel.
Well, that
to
and
do
all
it.
their like most of their like Prime shows are not good.
No.
And then even the stuff they get on there, it's like, why did you license this? I remember going through it and be like, it was like they literally licensed some kid's YouTube channel. It was like some guy's YouTube like series that he had
Oh,
where
that's
he
weird.
played as a character, and it was like kind of like Red versus Blue, but in Minecraft. And it was like, you paid money for this? Oh my God.
Hey, at least that guy got his bag, right?
I guess so, but it was just like, don't clutter your service up with this. Ugh.
Something that's free on YouTube? What are you doing?
It was so weird. Yeah. That happened to me with The Boys. I was looking at The Boys and it was like the description of The Boys was the description of season 3 or whatever the new season is.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
3? So it
Yeah,
was
3.
like it was saying like Homelander is being under whatever he's on trial for murder and Starlight's on the run and blah blah blah. I'm like, oh, is season 3 out already? Like crazy. And I click on it and it takes me to season 2. And I was
Yeah.
like, well, why did they update the description for season 3?
Yeah.
Assholes.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
Also, X-Men 97.
Oh yeah. I
So,
haven't watched it, but I kind of want to.
yeah, we've been watching it. They're doing it episodically, so they're releasing an episode here and there.
Yeah.
But it's very X-Men. Like original X-Men. The original intro's in there.
Yeah.
And they show all the people, but there's like, there's some new people in there as
Yeah.
well. New mutants.
Mhm.
And the animation is just classic like that.
Mhm.
Everything was going like episode 2, everything's like still normal. Like,
Mhm.
hey, all this stuff's happening. And they're kind of like canned episodes
Yeah.
with like an overarching storyline, I believe.
Mhm.
And then episode 3
Mhm.
just goes off the rails, man.
Bad or good?
Good.
Oh yeah.
Like it got very not classic X-Men, like super good animation everywhere. It's like, holy man, what is going on?
Oh yeah.
It just gets wild.
Oh, crazy. Yeah, I liked that show back in the day, but I
Yeah.
haven't watched the new one.
Yeah, it's good. If you liked it back in the day, you like it now. They
You-
they adult it up a little bit, but not like a whole hell of a lot. But there are situations that they have in the new one that they definitely wouldn't have in the old one. They're way more adult.
Like Gambit's gay.
No,
No, I saw that on TikTok. People were complaining about Gambit being gay.
but
I was like, didn't you see Gambit before?
didn't
Didn't he seem gay anyways?
He does, but they're still like he's in a kind of in a relationship
Yeah,
with
okay.
another X-Men who is not a man.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I might check it out.
yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
As you said it, I was like, oh, they should do that with Batman. Like, imagine there's
Oh,
more Batman
yeah.
animated series, but then it's like, oh, what's his name died.
Yeah,
So
that would have been really cool to see a Batman in like a remade Batman in a now style.
Yeah.
But I guess that similar animation was is in more adult style
Yeah.
shows. Like Harley Quinn or whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't want to watch a Harley Quinn
No.
show, but
No,
like,
you wanna watch
Batman animated
a great
series.
detective.
Yeah, with that sort of like noir Gotham,
Mm-hmm.
so good.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be ultra nostalgic hit right there.
Oh, big
Because I
time.
watched the hell out of that
Oh,
show.
dude, every day after school,
It was
sit
so
down,
good.
watch Batman, Teddy
Yeah.
Ruxpin,
Oh,
Inspector
yeah.
Gadget.
Mm-hmm. I threw on some Inspector Gadget the other day.
Oh, nice.
I watched 10 minutes and I was like, okay, I've had enough of that.
yeah, exactly.
I just wanted to hear the theme song in glorious 4K.
Oh, wow, okay. Upscaled.
Yep.
The only other thing I have to say is Multiverses. Do you remember Multiverses?
No.
That was the Warner Brothers like Smash Brothers game they had like last year or whatever, where you'd be like fighting Scooby-Doo versus Batman.
Oh,
and shit
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
And they took it down, whatever.
yeah.
They're relaunching it in May. It's coming
Oh?
back. But at McDonald's, the toys are Multiverses toys for kids' meals. So it's like, I
Oh.
was there this morning, and it's like, you know, Multiverses, Warner Brothers. Then it would be like, here's the Tasmanian Devil versus Batman or whatever, and it would show all the different Multiverses characters or whatever. So it was very weird.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. So I just was like, holy, I didn't even think this game was out. I knew it was coming back, but very weird promotion anyways.
Multiversus launches on May 28th.
Yeah.
So it's,
Coming back.
yeah, pretty quickly.
So it was huge for like a minute.
Yeah, everyone was totally into it.
Yeah. And then
All the
they
reviews are very
just,
positive.
they took it down. So very weird anyways.
The number 2 review, the most helpful review,
Mhm.
it was posted on the 6th.
Of this month.
Yes, and
Yeah.
it all it says is "Are we back?" All caps, 4
Oh, God.
question
Is
marks.
this on Steam?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Anyways, do you remember like maybe on last podcast we talked about, or was it on the pre-stream? I don't remember, but we talked about how if your like mind was transported into a Russian body, if you would have a Russian accent.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That was a similar-ish question.
yeah.
So as I was walking home from work the other day, it was a bit windy, whatever.
Mhm.
I coughed and I had a loogie in my mouth. So I
Yep.
spit it out, right? And did a weird spin when it was going.
Yep.
And as I was like, oh, that made a weird shape. That's pretty crazy. So then I was thinking, like, I wonder if ever in the history of the world has someone spit and the shape that it made when it was flying out of your mouth, and it's like morphing in the wind and everything like that. And if you took like the whole span of the flying from your mouth to the ground and filled in the design of the spit, if it's ever like made a perfect recreation of like your face, like in the history of the world, every loogie ever spit
Of my face,
of your face
probably.
or any face.
I mean, people spit all the time.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's like the whole thing with like, if you put 1,000,000 monkeys on 1,000,000 typewriters, eventually one of them will accidentally type out like Shakespeare's Hamlet or something like that.
The probability is there. It's probable. It's possible. But
Yeah.
is it probable?
But like, do you think it's ever been happened where a guy did a spit and it was like a perfect triangle shape or something like that?
Probably.
And I was like, through the course of the history of every human ever, and I'm not saying like it comes out in a perfect triangle shape, just like as it twists, it just twists and spins in a way that if you traced its path, it would make a perfect whatever.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Okay.
It's the odds are there.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, I don't know, like about maybe not your face, but like somebody's face
Yeah,
was
somebody's
perfectly
face.
recreated
Yeah.
in someone's loogie at one point.
I would say so.
Yeah. I think there's a good chance.
I think so.
Not that you could ever like know. Just because of the way I was picturing it as it's twisting, it sort of traces the shape of, you know, someone's face or whatever.
That is the most random thought.
I know. I don't know
It's
why.
so
I
random.
don't know why I thought of that when I was walking home, but I was like, I'm going to ask this on the podcast. Get some input here.
I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah, that's what
I'm
I
gonna
think.
say
Too.
yes.
I think so too.
How does a thought like that invade your mind?
I spit and it was just twisting. I was like, oh, that was a weird shape. And then I was like thinking like, oh, what shape would that have made if I like could like slow mo it and like, and then I
Yep.
was like, oh, I wonder if anyone's face has been recreated in a spit before, you know?
Yep. Yep.
So, okay, we came to agreement.
Yes.
It's probably happened.
But a perfect triangle. It's a new band from the members of a perfect circle.
Oh,
They're a
look,
little
only
bit
3
more
members.
hardcore.
Only 3 members.
Yes.
Okay.
Instead of infinite members like in a perfect circle.
Exactly. Yeah. Anyways, and the other thing I was thinking about too recently, they've been talking about the James Webb Telescope and how they've taken pictures of galaxies that are too old, or they shouldn't exist.
Yeah.
Like from when we estimated the Big Bang happened, they're
Mhm.
older than the Big Bang.
Oh.
And I was like, well, the universe is pretty big, like, because everything is like the laws of physics say blah blah blah, and it's like, well, maybe the laws of physics are different in another part of the universe. Couldn't that possibly be true?
It is possible.
The universe is, I believe, fairly big.
It's quite big, in
Yeah.
fact.
So I think
In fact, it's incomprehensible.
yeah,
As to how big it
yeah,
is.
exactly. It makes your brain do a little aneurysm when you try to think about it.
Yeah.
But it could be like, yeah, physics operates in a different way somewhere else.
Black holes are a thing.
I mean, but that's based on our theory of physics.
That's true.
That's what we know a black hole to be,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But maybe, the nuclear force is different in another part of the universe.
Yeah. Because
Who
things are
knows?
different over there.
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows? Nobody
I mean,
knows.
we just looked to
And
the
we'll
edge
never
of,
know.
We looked to the edge of the hologram. Don't say that. I'd like to know. I'd like to. think
You'll
we're gonna-
never know.
Well, no.
Somebody will know.
Let's just hope that they can figure it out.
Let's just hope technology for space and travel advances
Well,
as
it's been
fast as
going
AI.
exponentially,
Yes.
technology. So it's good. AI will solve it for us.
Probably.
Anyways, that's the not philosophy talk, but I don't know what you'd call it. Dumbassery thought.
Just random intrusive thoughts talk.
Are they intrusive?
Did
Usually
they,
intrusive
Did they
are
intrude
bad.
upon your mind?
Yeah, but that implies they're bad.
It's true.
It's like you let your intrusive thoughts win. Yes, I accidentally let my intrusive thoughts win and I killed that person. That's usually what intrusive thoughts mean to me.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
We're still in agreement.
yes.
Perfect.
I'm going to say yes. I'm going to go ahead and say yes.
Okay.
You know what you should say yes on?
Me?
Yes.
No, I don't.
Patreon.com/StreamVoidPod.
I did already.
Yes, you did. That's right. That's the only way you can get in here and support these two guys doing the podcast that they like to do.
Yeah.
For just as little as $1 a month. You can get in here, you can support this podcast, and you can get access to all of our bonus features. We got the pre-show content, the post-show content. That's usually like an hour and a half. It's like a whole nother podcast that you can listen to for just $1 a month. You also get access to all of our bonus videos.
Yeah.
All of them. Where we do silly things and eat things just for fun.
Yeah.
It's always eating. Except for the one time where we're shopping before we eat.
Yeah. We should have done the one chip challenge and like sat here for half an hour, because then we both would have had like our meltdown.
Yes.
Except I had a meltdown on the toilet and you had to lay down on the floor.
Yep. I had to lay down and hyperventilate.
Yeah.
If you want to watch the video where we do the one chip challenge, it is up on the Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's there.
And a big thanks to all of our Patreons out there. Patreon.com/streamvoidpod.